So obsessed, I want to chop your kwabi.
I've decided that I'm a good person and that I deserve good things to happen to me. And therefore, I've decided that I'm going to pamper myself as much as possible. I'm going to look for as much fun. I'm going to look for as much fulfillment. I'm going to look for as much ease. I'm going to follow my ease. I'm going to follow my bliss. I'm going to follow my flow. I'm going to follow the good feeling. I'm going to let the good times roll. I'm going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to hang around with people that are fun to be with. I'm going to look for reasons to feel good. I'm going to keep a diary of good feeling things. I'm going to call it my book of positive aspects.
If he cheated on his girlfriend for you, he's gonna cheat on you for another girl. And then he gonna do it again and again and again. It's a cycle. Stay away from it. Get your own man. You'll be all right.
Can we also talk about the fact that if we're being completely honest, being a black woman in America will mess up your mental and your self-esteem so bad every day. And it's a challenge every single day to get in a good mental state when every single day you have the world telling you how much they don't respect you, they don't value you, you don't deserve shit, your problems are not valid, your own men are disrespecting the fuck out of you on the daily. Just like the constant reminders of the fact that people do not like us just for breathing. Like, nobody ever just asks us, are you okay? Like, what is your mental state like as a black woman in America? Like, are you okay? And then people try to gaslight the fuck out of us and be like, oh, well, maybe it's just what you're consuming, or maybe it's just the people you're around. No. Observation learning is a thing. When you get on social media and every single day, no matter what app you get on, whether it be TikTok, IG, Twitter, whatever the fuck it is, and you see people disrespecting or talking about how they don't like black women, or talking about how we're this, we're that, or ratchet, ghetto, ugly, or whatever, what the fuck. And then even once you get off social media, then in real life, you have examples of people in real life saying the same things, and not only that, showing you the same things because they're not dating or marrying black women at the rates they're marrying other races of women. So then you see that in real life and you're constantly getting fed that. Then you look, and if you want to watch a show or any type of thing like that, there's never or rarely ever any version of a positive dark or brown skinned woman character who is desirable and wanted. It's always a racially ambiguous woman, so they get representation. We don't get any unless we're playing like the ghetto ratchet friend on the side. So when you constantly have all these different directions of disrespect coming at you every fucking day, no matter what, just for existing, I'm like, dude, are black women, are y'all okay? Because some days I wake up and I'm not fucking okay. And let's not even forget how every other race of women is allowed to use the black woman's aesthetic and get praised for it and be desired for it, while we get put down for it and bashed for it. And I'm tired of men also saying, oh, black women are so aggressive. Meanwhile, Stacy and Maria are going upside your motherfucking head, cussing you and your mama out and your family out, showing up at your crib, showing up at your job, calling you and your family the N-word. But we're aggressive? What the fuck?
Ladies, this right here is the one of the best things you can do is move to a better neighborhood, because you literally become the environment that you are constantly around. So if you are living in a neighborhood where there's always violence, then guess what? You're going to always be in fight or flight mode or survival mode. And that is not good for your mental health or your heart. Find a way to live in or near one of the most affluent neighborhoods in your city, because it's amazing what it can do to your mindset. The people and the resources you'll have access to, the hospitals and the doctors will be better. The men, girl, those who have been following me for a while know that I live on the Upper East Side in Lenox Hill, where the real estate is 8 figures and up. My streets are quiet and spotless. And ladies, this is a very important part of your level up journey, because it's going to improve your quality of life and your lifestyle.
Because you get along with some people do not mean that you need to be in a relationship with them. Some people are best left as friends and friends only. Like, I done seen this for myself too many times. I had a dude that I was homies with, and when I say he was so dope and cool as a homeboy, but he was awful as being in a relationship with. Now, I'm not speaking from experience of being in a relationship with him, but as his homegirl, I witnessed how horrible he was to the women that he was dealing with. He was a straight up dog. But when it came to me and his friendship, he was awesome. You go out, you ain't got to worry about nothing. He paid for everything, shots on him. He was just cool. He was funny. Everything that made for a great homeboy. But when it came to him being in a relationship, oh, he was terrible. Would not recommend him to anybody to be in a relationship with. Some of these men are great friends, but they cannot be great partners.
Women say things like, well, they always come back. He always comes back. That's not a compliment. Don't play yourself.
I really need to understand that there is a lot of fear tactics that are used against Black women. But it's been shown time and time again that there is no reward at the end of struggle love. There is and never will be a reward for settling for less, maintaining a lifestyle of struggle, and being the strongest woman in the room. And that is a hard pill that a lot of Black women will have to swallow. Because all it's really going to do is leave you exhausted at the expense of others. Black women, it's okay to be soft. It's okay to ask for more. It's okay to have standards. It's okay to have the literal audacity to go after whatever it is that you want and be completely selfish. It is absolutely fine to put yourself first and toss anything that tries to hint at knocking you off your pedestal. I hope this helps.
What's a hill that you're willing to die on 1,000% of the time? I'll go first.
Submission is earned. Stop telling these men we're naturally submissive. Stop.
Can we talk about how Black girls being with white guys is low-key a trend now? So if you're dating a white boy or if you're a Black girl looking for a white boyfriend, this video is for you. My first boyfriend was a white guy and I didn't expect it to happen. It just happened and I was just super excited because I'm like, oh my God, I'm finally in a relationship. But I failed to really ask myself the important questions before I got in a relationship. Now, if you're still in high school, you're probably dating for fun. It's not that serious. But if you're my age, I'm 23, or around my age, you're most likely dating to marry, which means you need to ask yourself important questions like, am I really prepared to be with someone for the rest of my life that is not my race? It's an undeniable fact that marriage is not easy, and being in an interracial relationship adds an extra layer to that. Consider your children and the fact that you are going to bear the weight of explaining race and being with someone who's never fully going to understand what you're going through or what your children are going through. I'm not discouraging interracial relationships at all because I had a great relationship with him. Just consider the factors.
Tell me something a job has taught you that you will never ever forget no matter what.
So I took the biggest L by not doing this one important thing. If you want to secure a promotion at your job, literally do this. Literally document everything that is measurable. So that's awards, that's certificates, that's praises from others and nice comments. That's keeping documentation of everything that you have created for the company. Make sure to put it in a Excel sheet or a Word document of some sort, but definitely utilize this so whenever you do have one-on-ones with your manager and the time comes up whenever you do want to discuss for a promotion, you literally have this to back up everything that you have done, and this also helps you to take ownership of your role. So yeah, let me know if this is really helpful or useful because I really wish I would have done this.
Here are some career affirmations for Black women and women of color. I deserve a seat at the table. I deserve to be paid well for the work that I do. I deserve every good opportunity that comes my way. I deserve a six-figure or multiple six-figure salary. I deserve the promotion because I've done the work and I am making an impact and I have the receipts to show for it. I deserve a purpose-aligned position that pays me well and speaks to my passions. I deserve to be in the room. I deserve happiness.
Someone says, let's talk about it. I know, but I just need you to know that you're where you need to be.
I know you may not be where you want to be, but you are where you need to be. And I need you to keep going because you're going to get to that destination that God needs you.
Let me just say this. Some of y'all are so grown that it's hurting you. What do I mean? Okay, you can't take any type of direction, any type of criticism, any type of lesson when someone presents it to you, because you grown, you know already, you so grown that you know everything, and that is harming you. Let's work on the word of the day. The word of the day today is accountability. Accountability. When someone is speaking to you, when someone is trying to help you, especially an older person, someone who's been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, listen sometimes. Instead of, oh, well, you know, he does this or she does this. Well, what about them? Well, what about them? We're not talking about them, him, her, none of that. We're talking about you right now. Focus. You're just waiting to deflect and how what they need to change, what they need to do. Sometimes it's not about them, it's about you. And until you learn to actually hear something and take heed, you're never going to grow.
Women to duet this video with the best advice you ever received from another Black woman.
The first piece of advice I got from my Aunt Pop, and that advice is, don't argue with people about your choices. And don't feel like you have to justify your choices. Make up your mind about what you're going to do and do it. The other piece of advice I got from another aunt, and it's basically people who sit around and tell you all everybody else's business, sit around and tell everybody else all your business. The third is one that I carry in my heart with me everywhere I go. And it's only stay where you're respected. Only stay where you're honored. Only stay where you're loved.
Can we make this a trend? What advice would you give a Black woman who is ready to take agency over themselves sexually? I'll go first. Your no is equally as powerful as your yes. Your no does not mean that you are not sex positive. Your no does not make you a prude. Your no does not mean you are unworthy of intimacy. It means no. And your no should always be respected.
What do you do when you're going on a date and you know you're not planning on sleeping with him?
No shaving, definitely no waxing,
and last but not least,
absolutely no sexy underwear.
Ladies, I want to give you some unsolicited dating advice. If you want to meet men in real life, go to where men are. Hear me out. You may not like to work out, but I do. I go to the gym. You can see that I'm fully covered. I'm in a hoodie. Okay? This is what I look like. Hold on one second. This is how I work out. I barely drink water. So literally men can only see my eyeballs and maybe the shape of my ass, right? Honey, when I tell you they will stop at nothing to make ridiculous conversation with me, they will stop at nothing. They will ask me if I'm using a bench that I'm clearly not using. They try so hard to make eye contact with me. Black men, white men won't say anything as much, but they will literally be around me my entire workout consistently and try to make eye contact with me. Bop to music when I'm bopping to music. They're trying to talk to me. If I didn't have a man, I could spit at any of them and it would work. Do it.
Love shouldn't be a constant struggle. Making it work to fulfill the idea of someone or something is unhealthy and not worth the mental toll. Choose to pour into yourself instead.
Questions you should ask on the first date. The real ones. Question number 1, are you married? That's my favorite question. Because if you live in a big military area like I do, chances are 1 out of the 2 men are a part of some sort of branch, and you might be sitting across somebody's husband that's supposed to be single, so press him. Question number 2, who do you live with? Do you have roommates? Because if you living with a woman in your house, she better be blood. If it ain't me or your mama, shouldn't be showing you no love. I'm just saying, because some of y'all be living with y'all's baby moms and y'all's wives, and y'all try to take us single, innocent people out, and I don't like that for y'all. So ask him who he live with. Question number 3, ask him about his family and where they're from, because you really don't want to be sitting across your kin. Question number 4, you gotta ask to see his license. Make sure that he is who he say he is, because you could be sitting across an axe murder for all we know. And take a picture of his license, and if he has a problem, he ain't the one for you. Have your friend do the research while you on the date, just in case if his name is different than what he told you. Question number 5, what are you looking for? Pay very close attention to his answer, because what he says in his body language is going to show what he's looking for and what he ain't. I'm gonna leave it at that. Question number 6, What are you passionate about? And if he just tells you sports, oh, I like sports. Well, since we're on the topic of sports, sis, go to the nearest Nike store, get you some running shoes, and I need you to Sha'Carri Richardson about his life, okay? Because we're not going into 2022 dealing with airheads. You got to be passionate about something. If you don't stand for nothing, y'all know how it go. You're going to fall for anything, and he's going to drag you and your lace front with him, okay? All right, last question. What do you believe in? What are your spiritual beliefs? If y'all are on 2 different pages about what you believe in, baby girl, it ain't gonna work. Just saying. Get you a man who has a strong faith in God, his creator. So by him knowing how to love and respect the creator, he gonna know how to love and respect you. I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all be sure to let me know, what do y'all think should be questions that need to be asked on the first date in the comments below. Make sure y'all follow me for more, guys. Bye.
A lot of these dudes don't care about nobody's health, including their own. A lot of them don't even have health insurance. They out here living life on the edge and can't even afford to die. A lot of these dudes, when they do go to the doctor, they don't even realize you have to request to be checked for certain STDs because they don't automatically check you for everything. And better yet, some of them don't even do that. They gauge whether or not they're healthy based off the women they done dealt with. If none of the women they done dealt with came to them and said that they gave them something, then they automatically assume that they must be healthy. They be out here doing God knows what under the sun with random women, and then they'll go home to their girlfriends and wives all casually with no remorse. You better watch out for you, because they surely ain't going to watch out for your health. They be out here giving oral sex to anybody to open up their legs. They use oral sex as a tool to finesse women into traditional intercourse. They'll offer it in hopes of being able to change it over to irregular intercourse once you let them do it. So you better be careful, because they nasty out here.
Excuse me, can I talk to you for a minute?